Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into the content tonight. We have two interviews from the world of Android. First up tonight, we actually have an interview for an app and a service that I have been wishing for ever since I was able to spend money, and that's the ability to track your expenses through your receipts in an easy way. And we have with us tonight Philip Schlatter from ABUKAI. He's a president and CEO. Philip, thank you for joining us tonight, my friend.
Hi, how are you guys?
Oh, we're doing all right. We're
excited to have you on.
Yes, we are. Great. Very much.
I want to say that you've actually answered my prayer, Philip, because your app and service is amazing. Basically, for our audience, ABUKAI, what ABUKAI does is it lets you do your expense report in like the easiest way you can think of. So, say you're on a trip that you have to expense things out. Like say you go on to CES, for example, and someone's paying you to do so, and you have to keep track of your food and your travel and all that stuff. That can equal a lot of receipts. So what ABUKAI does, it allows you to take a picture of your receipt with your Android phone, and it automatically or auto-magically puts all the numbers into a spreadsheet for you, creating an expense report. Is that about right, Phil?
Exactly. So in my past life, I had to do a lot of expense reports, and at some point thought there must be a better solution. And what we have here, so I'll grab the phone. I'll just take a picture of a receipt, pretty much, right? So I've been here, I don't know. I'm at some restaurant.
Nice, Nexus 1.
Take a picture.
Nexus 1.
Okay, that's kind of it. Maybe I go to a coffee place afterwards. Take a picture.
Wait, looks bigger. Maybe it's an Evo.
And then whenever I'm ready, I click submit, and then I get my expense report back in email. So we'll have everything filled out for you. But let's maybe watch the video. If you can roll the video,
sure,
and see like how a first-time user reacts to this thing.
Yeah, I think you need to have Streamly do another one of those videos, and we can do it with an Android device.
Hi, my name is Brian. I'm an executive with a small manufacturing company. And like a lot of small companies, we have a lot of expenses that we need to put together expense reports for. And I don't like to do expense reports at all. So we're going to try this new thing. This is my first time trying it. It allows me to use my iPhone and to actually scan in my expenses. And I don't have to actually write up an expense report. It's going to produce one for me. And just came in. Wow. That's pretty wild. Wow. Exactly the expense report I need to see.
You playing the video? Yep.
Yep.
All right. So
You just finished, Phil. Go ahead.
Great. Excellent. So let's see maybe if the expense report has arrived. So I just submitted here something just to see how that looks like. Because the great thing is, you might work at a company, you have a different format. We can actually fill out that format for you exactly. So email us and we'll make it work with your system, whatever you have. Or if you're an individual, you need to do your taxes, you're a contractor, submit those taxes. That's possible too. So, but let's look at the Excel maybe briefly.
We're pulling it up. And there we go.
all right, here it is.
Can't read it real clearly, but...
Excellent. So if you have it up, then...
So that was created. So basically, what you did, Philip, is you took pictures of two receipts, and so basically it reads the information off the receipts and puts it in there for you automatically. You don't have to do any work.
Exactly. So you see it picks up the, I guess here, was it Starbucks, right? And then I was at a restaurant somewhere in San Francisco, fill out the date for you, the location. It will also categorize the cost. For tax reasons and so forth, companies have different sorting systems. Is it a meal? Is it air travel? Something else? It'll do all of that for you. You also see the column for currency. So it actually can convert foreign currency to your US dollar report. And I think we prepared some slides for you just to show you what other stuff you can do. For example, Spanish. If you move over to the slides,
All right, so you have the English reports.
Now, can you import your own expense template or?
yes, exactly. So we have a standard account, which comes sort of a typical expense report template that probably should be fine for most people. And then we can set up a special account with you to import exactly what you have and what you need. Or for large companies here, they might even have like an SAP or Oracle system or Concur. We can actually make it work with you. Or so,
All right,
and
so I see
thoughts through it.
the Spanish report is pulled up here now too.
Exactly. And then if you want to see another example, you can have it in blue. So the next one, this is actually from the customer. You can see it fills out also job numbers, right? Some companies have different custom numbers or job numbers. They need to sort the expenses. So you can do that, plug it in, has the manager name that you need to send it to, and then we're pretty much ready to submit your expenses.
Awesome.
And it's pretty easy to try it out, so you can actually go to our website. If you pull up the next slide, abukai.com/install. You can just download it, of course, for the Android, also BlackBerry. Can I mention iPhone, guys?
Boo!
We'll let it slide this time.
Boo!
So, businesses have different stuff, but of course they should have the Android, right?
Yes, yeah.
So you just download it, abukai.com/install, or send us a mail, sales@abukai, service@abukai.com, and we get something going for you so we can save you a lot of time, right? Instead of spending an hour filling out your reports, collecting your receipts, just snap some photos and you're done, and it will fill out the report for you. We can set you up for your group, or if you're an individual, you want to save some time, spend more time with family, or, making some more money, no problem.
So this is not available on the market. You have to install it from the website. Is that
Oh,
correct?
you can go to market as well, obviously.
Okay.
Just search for Abukai there. It's
And
just a hyperlink. When you open that up on the phone, it will go to the marketplace.
Is it a free app or a paid app, or is it like a free app and then a paid service, or how's that work?
So you can download for free. You can try it out twice at no charge. And then we can set you up with trial accounts. And there's a few different account options. So if you want to use it for an ongoing basis or have a completely different template or integrate with your IT system.
Is twice like 2 pictures of a receipt or 2
expense reports, yeah.
2 expense reports?
Now, Phil, what's the ballpark cost on this for a home user, say?
It's about $120, $10 a month. Yeah, or for a business, $99, and then some cost to set it up for you as a company. So if you think about, a couple of hours of work and what that costs to a company, you can pretty much get it back within a month or two. So in terms of the cost, but also, of course, so we can make a little bit of money too.
So you're telling me for $10 a month, you're going to save my life with my wife because I always throw away my receipts and junk.
Exactly.
Oh, I could hug this guy right now, dude.
A lot of people lose receipts.
Yeah.
Think about losing that one dinner with a friend or with colleagues and not getting paid for it. So
Yeah.
there you go.
That's
Or
exactly
for
what
a
I think.
business owner, right? You want your sales guys rather be selling out there, calling customers, or doing all this paperwork. And it takes an hour, maybe sometimes 2 hours for some people each week.
Yeah, and it's definitely a time killer, and this saves a ton of time. So here's a question I have for you, Philip. What is the technology you're using behind this? Like, it's obviously, image recognition and stuff, but I mean, are you guys developing it? Like, is it a platform? What are you guys using in the back end?
Yeah, so we have a lot of background in imaging and so forth and location-based technology. So we actually developed a bunch of algorithms that are really good at detecting what's on receipts and so forth, but also we have a location database behind it that knows all the places and restaurants and different shops, and then can categorize that. If something is a complete outlier and we can't detect it, someone can have a look at it. That's sort of the emergency solution, but pretty much very automated. So a lot of sophisticated technology behind that.
Okay, I have a question from the chat room. I have one of the guys, actually my boss, asking if
I can sign you up right now, yeah.
Yeah, well, we're set up for the trial right now, but the question he had was, can we tie multiple people into one expense report? Like, so can you have 3 or 4 people coming into one sheet, or does it they get their own? Is it a thing where it's just each person gets their own sheet? How does that work?
Well, it depends on what you need. I mean, typically what we're seeing at customers is that they want one sheet per employee, yeah, and then they post it into their accounting system. And we don't replace that accounting system or that expense system, but rather just fill out your form. Now, if you have a special requirement that you want to summarize these things into one sheet, we can do that too. So that will be sort of a custom thing for a customer account. We call it custom corporate account. So a lot of flexibility really in what we can do.
So what you're offering some cookie cutter things, for a general use, but you're also offering services where you can tailor it to corporate needs so that it matches your expense sheet. Exactly,
right. So anything from changing the colors to matching exactly to your Excel template that you might have. You also get a PDF as the pictures too. We've done things like work with an SAP system at a very large company where you need to post then the data into their existing travel management system. But instead of typing it into SAP manually, and it takes hours, trust me on that, you just get it done quickly. But of course, we can custom tailor it, right? And it works really for a small group, for an individual, or then for a whole enterprise. So we can custom tailor that to your needs.
Okay, cool. Man, this thing's pretty sweet, guys.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
It's going to make my accountant extremely happy.
Heather?
Where did the name come from, ABUKAI? Where does that come from?
Well, you want to hear the marketing story or the real story?
I'd like to hear both, because the marketing one
both,
sounds
okay.
like
I'll start with marketing. So A, like actionable, BU, like business, and then Kaizen, productivity, making things better, and so forth. So really, now there's been a lot of mobile apps, but really if you look at how enterprises do things, this year people still, type stuff in their laptop, PC, VPN, and it's cumbersome. But really creating business solutions that are more actionable for the employee. So designed for the employee rather than for the IT department, has all bells and whistles, but nobody can really use it. Yeah, so that was kind of the vision behind the company from a marketing perspective. But the real story is we figured, okay, we're a business company, so we go to trade shows. We want to have a name starting with an A, so we show up on top. So AA didn't work, so we figured AB and then ABU.
Wow.
And then from there we did a Google search and trademark search and stuff like that. So we came up with ABUKAI. And then later we had some smart marketing people tell us it's Kaizen.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Now let me ask you this, Philip. We're getting some more questions from the chat room, but the chat room is buzzing about this. They're really excited about it. The question is, does the software read handwriting, like for tips and stuff? So say you're at a restaurant.
Yes.
Okay, so
that's the cool thing. So you can actually, right, oftentimes here on this receipt, I don't know if you can see it here, it has $30 subtotal, but then I wrote $40 on it because I gave a $10 tip, right? So it actually breaks it out, puts the $40 in the report. In some countries, in Germany, for example, we can even then break out, okay, this was the tax amount. Yeah, in some countries, you need to break out the tax because it needs to show up for accounting reasons on the report, and then as well as the total amount. So we can do all kind of stuff, but that's really, really cool. Recognize the handwriting as well.
It's really, really cool. That saves a lot of people a lot of time doing that.
Philip, where are you calling us from right now? Where are you guys based out of?
San Francisco, but we're kind of a global, diverse team. So we have some folks in Europe as well. So if there's companies, we can talk to pretty much anywhere.
Well, I'm going to be talking to you in a little while. I'm going to be heading out to San Francisco. Would like to come visit your offices and see if we can get some more in-depth reporting about your app and your service here, because that's a dude. I can't see how no one would want this. I mean, it's one of those things where everybody wants one of these. It's going to want a copy of this.
Yeah, I would like to volunteer to give a long-term product test.
Yeah. All right, so
we have a 30-day trial account. Maybe we'll have a special one. So let's talk about that.
But I mean, it's still reasonable.
This is. I mean, the value proposition here is amazing. I mean, it's totally worth it. I mean, $10 a month, or even if I'm a business account for the businesses we've got going, I mean, that's a pretty invaluable resource. The fact that I can just take a picture of it.
Well, think
and
about this,
not have to
Aaron.
worry about it
Think,
anymore.
think about this: the Android barbecue. If we had had that last time, oh,
Don't even
we're-
get me started.
Aaron runs a big event for 500 people that we help him out with, and there's a lot of expenses in that event. And
Hey, we're
but
going
I mean,
big next year. We're going to 1,000. Actually,
Yeah, baby.
ABUKAI would be a great company to come on board, and you guys
oh
have,
yeah, man.
have an outstanding product. It's an Android event as well. And
Well, yeah, let us know.
we will definitely.
We're actually at Mobile World Congress in February.
Excellent.
by the way,
Our event is in October, so you got plenty of time to prepare for it.
Excellent, yeah. I already have the stage fright.
No, we won't put you under the gun or anything, but
Okay, good.
yeah, that'd be great. We'd love to bring you on board. And I really didn't know much about your product going into tonight, and you've probably got at least a couple customers out of
Yeah.
just this interview. So
All right. Well, to recap, we're talking to Philip Schlatter, the president and CEO of ABUKAI, ABUKAI. You can search that in the market. You can download the app. It's a free download, and you can actually use 2 expense reports. There is a 30-day trial that you can sign up for on the website. I did it myself. It was very easy, very simple. But it's pretty reasonably priced. If you're an individual trying to track your costs, $10 a month. I'm going to tell you what, my wife is going to love this thing. I mean, it's worth it. $10 a month. Companies, it's $100 a month, $99 a month. But for a company of people,
A year.
a year. Oh, wow.
Plus setup, so it's not.
It's
even that
$100 a year for a
$100 a
company.
year for a company?
Wow,
Yeah,
wow,
but
wow.
with setup, yeah, on top of that. So you will need to get configured for your requirements. So that depends on what you need.
Bottom line, it sounds like almost a no-brainer.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that is a no-brainer now, especially for
I'm
a company.
talking to some people at my work tomorrow.
And that's going to
I have another
save so
quick
much.
question. Can it do, like sometimes you do an online purchase.
Yeah.
I don't know how well it'll take pictures of a screen. I know I have problems with that all the time. Could it take like a Google checkout receipt and do the same thing?
Yeah. We actually have people submitting sometimes. Like just take a picture of a screen or if they have
Really?
a print out or something. No problem. Yeah.
Oh my
But it's
gosh.
pretty mindless because all you need to know is 2 buttons: take picture and submit. In our app.
So
So,
if you're on a
I
trip,
can handle it. So you guys should be too.
yeah, if you're on a trip, can you do multiple receipts on one report, or does it you do multiple receipts and then it files them
you
as
can
one
just
report?
keep
did it.
taking pictures, and
Okay.
also you don't need to connect to the internet. So if you're traveling
Oh, excellent.
or so, you can actually wait until you're in the hotel, maybe connect via Wi-Fi, and then whenever during the trip you're okay, now I have all my expenses together, or I really want to be reimbursed. Imagine you're traveling 3-4 weeks. Yeah, usually you would get reimbursed when? Well, you have to go back to the office,
Right.
do all the work probably you don't get around to, and then maybe you get paid. Right. Instead, take the pictures, and then whenever you're ready, you just hit submit, and then later on you'll get an email with all the reports and so forth. Or for an enterprise, and get posted into your system automatically. You can also get it forwarded if you have a controller or finance person. They will just get a copy as well.
That's
All right.
impressive. Where are you guys located?
San Fran, Aaron.
San
Sorry.
Francisco.
Hey, I've only got to do like other things around here while we're doing interviews,
How many
so-
Chrome tabs you got open up right now?
Yeah, right now, actually, I shut that computer down, so it's only like 9 right now.
Disappointed.
Yeah. Okay. Where are you from?
Me?
Me?
No. Yeah, you.
Germany
Philip.
originally, and then
Germany.
since then I've been in the U.S., and this is sort of my 3rd startup company.
Oh, okay. Are you the founder?
Yeah, I'm also founder as well, yeah.
Awesome. Well, great product, man. I can't wait to start using it.
Cool, exciting.
Philip,
And
we
let
have
us know if you have any questions. Just shoot us an email, sales@abukai.com, or check out our website, abukai.com, and then abukai.com/install if you want to just get going with it. Try it out.
Okay, I have
Thank you.
2 quick questions, Philip, before I let you go. First question from the chat room. When you take a picture of the copy of the receipt, does it archive that picture for you so you actually have a hard copy of the receipt?
Oh, yeah, you get actually a PDF with all the receipts
Brilliant.
numbered
Wow.
with the location, and in your Excel it actually has the numbers, so it all is matched up. You don't need to staple receipts or anything like that. It does all of that for you. And then you
Coming
have
from
it.
an accounting point of view, because that's what
It's
I
genius.
Pay my
It's
bills
genius.
with. This is amazing.
It's genius.
This is
Okay,
like one of those
next.
products that you're like, where has this been?
In all my love.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, now that you've told me about this, it's like this is one of those things. It's like the doorknob. It just should have been all along. You know?
All right, Phil.
Yeah, I know how to feel. I mean, I've been doing still expense reports for, as of this year, but then we brought the product out. So,
Well, thank you very much for joining us. We really
This is-
appreciate it.
Now, this is the most important question, Philip, and it's a quick one. All right, it's the most important question of the night. You ready?
yeah.
Okay. What kind of phone do you use?
Well, I'm a classic guy, so.
Nexus 1. Love it.
Nexus 1, is somebody's working?
I have some other phones on the side. You gonna kick me
Dude.
off the show now?
No, man, no.
Well, we were
no.
kicking you off
Nexus
anyways. Your
1?
time is up,
No.
buddy.
No. You're using a Nexus 1. That's win.
Tell him to show us the
Dude, he's... Oh, wait. Oh, he held up an iPhone. I just saw the video. 30 seconds. Philip,
That's
Philip,
what he was
you've been
talking about.
amazing. We really appreciate your time. This is
Sure.
Philip Schlatter,
Thanks for
everybody. President and CEO of ABUKAI. Go download ABUKAI right now. Go do a trial right now. There is no reason not to. It is priced well. It's well made. And this sucker is going to make your life easier. We're going to have you back sometime, Phil, to talk about your next big idea, because I'm pretty excited to
Yeah,
hear
we will
about it.
definitely be in touch.
Great,
Yeah.
sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you, Philip.
Thank you.
Wow. Dude.
Man, who would have thought?
Man.
Such a simple app would get so much.
I am just
Simple but brilliant.
Exactly.
Just like
quietly
me.
brilliant. Maybe he's HTC and we don't know it. I don't know.
So it exports the expense report and then also creates a PDF of all the receipts to
Right.
go.
No, I played with it a little bit today, and it works. It works really well. It gives you a PDF, so you have a picture of all your receipts. It has an itemized list, and then what's cool is it numbers the receipts to go with the same line on the expense report. So the receipts match the line item.
Nice. That's awesome. I'm going to play around with that tomorrow.
Aaron's downloading it right now. That's why he's all quiet. I know it. I know it. I'm right, aren't I? I'm right, aren't I?
No, but I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
actually going over my poem to make sure I don't screw it up.
All right. Well, we're actually going to take our sponsor break.